Hey guys, this is Rocker470 or Ethan, and I am back full force. I think full force. I don't know what to say. However, I am here with a top 10 for you, and this is my top 10 Steven Universe episodes. Been a long time coming. Okay, so just to warn you, there will be quite a few Steven Bomb episodes, but what can you expect? I tried not to make it all that, and I think there's a decent amount of non. And remember, this is just my opinion. If you hate some of the episodes on here, and if something you like isn't on it, well, what can I say? I'm a weird guy. Okay, now let's get started. And first up is Lars and the Cool Kids. Now, the reason I like Lars and the Cool Kids isn't even necessarily because of what's in it. It's not. Honestly, I wouldn't say it's in the top 10 best, if you know what I mean, but it's one of my favorites because this is the first episode we actually got, as far as I know, a really feels moment. One of the saddest lines, in my opinion, is still in this episode, when Lars is all like, "All because of you and your weird mom," and Steven says, it's just so sad hearing him say for the first time, "I didn't even get to know my mom," and it's so sad because this is the first time we've actually heard him get genuinely upset. Sure, we had together breakfast where he was kind of upset because he wanted to have breakfast with his family, but that was like nothing. That was something a regular 10, 12-year-old would get upset with. But this is the first time we actually get, holy crap, my heart, this hurts. And I think it's one of the first. I think this one is more like the newer episodes in its layout. I say, well, you know what I mean. It has a good balance of funny and serious, and really is one of the episodes I would show one of my friends if I'm trying to get them into it, because it's not too plot heavy, but it does have one of those really good moments. All right, next up is 9, Steven the Sword Fighter. Now, the reason I chose this one is for 2 reasons. One, when Pearl gets stabbed, that is just like a, oh crap moment. Because you're like, wait, are we getting a character death here? And just like episode 16, it is 16 by the way, and it's just like, so shocking, but even more so, honestly, it's the first regeneration we get. And we learn a whole new aspect of being a gem, and we see just how much Steven cares for the gems and Pearl. And it also had a really funny moment with Amethyst just like, "I ate a cloud," and floating up into the sky and hitting an airplane, which is pretty great. Not much else to say for this one. Oh. And coming in at number 8 is another Pearl and Steven episode. Coach Steven. I know that's a terrible picture, but I can find the outfit, and I think it's pretty funny. Anyways, Coach Steven. Not only do we get Nicki Minaj as Sugilite, such a beefy fusion, we also get one of my favorite songs, I almost said Sworn to the Sword. No, one of my favorite songs, Strong in the Real Way. I mean, it does more to expand upon Pearl and Steven's relationship, as well as the whole fusion thing, and how many possibilities there are for it. Honestly, it's one of the coolest fusions. It's not exactly my favorite, but it's really awesome. The whole Mace thing and wrecking the communication hub, and it set up one of the later episodes, which is another really good episode, Cry for Help, which was pretty great, which showed us another fusion. Anything else to say about this? I think it was it also really showed an aspect that we'd see later, though it wasn't explored too deeply. It showed Pearl's fragility. Because, let's face it, she's been crying quite a bit recently, and it just explored that, because at first she seemed like the mom that only really cared about, she cared about keeping him safe, but, that's really all we saw, was the stereotypical mom that wanted to keep him safe, with, the twist that she's a frickin' bad A-word. So, yeah. That's again all I can say for that. It's really upsetting that I can't think of much to say for these. Coming in at number 7 is Mirror / Ocean Gem. A lot of people would put this higher on their list, considering it's not only one of the first time. Not only did we see the first new gem. Not only did we get a new gem, but also like Steven's healing powers and stuff, and Steven's shield. But honestly, I have a lot of really good episodes coming up after this, in my opinion, and it might be higher if I actually liked Lapis Lazuli, don't kill me, but I just don't really like her because she like tried to kill her Beach Summer Fun buddy, which just ain't cool, fam. That's a party foul right there. And what else? It was really awesome seeing her steal the ocean and having the gems fight them water selves, and it was just so cool because we got to see Pearl fighting. We got Pearl's really cool line, "I hate fighting myself," which is I think that's a throwback to Steven the Sword Fighter, even though it might just be, haha, get it, because she has to fight herself. But yeah, my friend really likes that episode because she's ambidextrous and so is Pearl, so there's that. It was really cool seeing the whole hydrokinesis thing, because at first everyone had just thought, we hadn't gotten to Future Vision yet. Everyone just thought, no one had really thought that the gems would have more powers than just being strong and stuff. I mean, shapeshifting is also pretty cool in Fusion, but it really introduced the whole elemental thing, which we got later with Sapphire and Ruby and Garnet, who has electrokinesis, and so that was really cool. We got some Stevani, not the actual fusion, of course, but we got Connie falling asleep on Lion's back and stuff. And one of the biggest reveals, the fact that all of the gem monsters are actually past gems, are gems that went corrupt, which became, honestly, that was one of the biggest shockers. I mean, at the time I wasn't a big fan of the show, so I didn't really care that much, but thinking back on it, yeah, that's a pretty big event right there. That's something, alright. Alright, next we have number 6, Rose's Scabbard. Again, this picture. Alright, let's, oh, crap, sorry about that. There we go. Rose's Scabbard. Now, with this episode, we get Salty Pearl like we've never seen, and Thirsty Pearl. Thirsty and Salty Pearl on a whole new level. But not only that, we also got Rose's Sword, Lion's Mane, hearing more about the Gem War, like a lot more about the Gem War. What else? Revisiting old places, and Pearl, again, it really deepened her character, even though Pearl's not my favorite gem. It really was really good character development, honestly. We can really see more of her, we can see more of her pride, more of her fragility, more of her strength, all of them in one episode. And let's face it, this had one of the saddest moments with, honestly, 2 of the saddest moments, or more, when, one, I keep thinking, why won't you do this for me, Rose? No, one, when, Steven's like, no, she was just trying to protect you, like you said, keeping secrets, and she was like, how would you know? You never even met her! And then the picture falling, and Pearl storming out, the pretty great line, which was, oh, Steven, you're so great. And apparently you think Pearl is pretty great, even though I think she's, not the weakest character, not as in strength, but, I'm not a big fan of her, But, yeah, what else? We got some more relationship between, Rose and Pearl, that we started to get in, Lars and the Cool Kids, but wasn't really developed that much. I'm pretty sure we got Blush Pearl with the blue. That was cool. And there were some pretty funny moments with like, oh, this is Rose's armory. Oh yeah, I've been here. Wait, what? That was really funny. And Lion, we found out Lion had a connection to Rose, which honestly does seem pretty which does seem pretty obvious in hindsight. It's pink, has a star mane. Just saying. And it was just a really cool episode with Steven being like, Steven being the good guy again, trying to help her instead of getting all mad at her like I would, because, you know, fam, do you not see that I'm here and not her? Come on, just accept it already. But, you know, that's just what makes Steven such a good character, and, overall, this was just a really good episode that, also, I'm pretty sure it talked about the war, the war between Homeworld and, the Crystal Gems. That was all like, the Strawberry Battlefield was, the site for, a terrible battle. Oh, I wish I could have been there. It was a maelstrom of destruction in which many gems were destroyed. And then Pearl's just like, but we won! So that was cool. Alright, coming at number 5, halfway through, is Lion 3. I gave away my next pick. Alright, Lion 3, straight to video. This one's actually up for an Emmy if you didn't know, so that's always cool. But, Lion 3. The setup is, Steven's trying to get to bed, but Lion will not stop, laying down on his face. You know, like a normal cat. Those things are so annoying. And whenever Steven wakes up, he finds himself in this, like, pink realm with, like, really tall pink grass and just a pink sky. And, then he's like, oh, I can't breathe, and wakes up underneath Lion. We also get one of the funniest moments where it's like, thanks, bro, for saving me. Wait, why are you in here? Oh, you see, I was just around, and, I like to watch you sleep, sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean a lot. So, that was always funny, Steven chasing him away with his pillow. It also got one of the cutest things where Lion's at the door like, you know, being a normal cat or pet or whatever, and blinking once, Steven taking that as he loves me, even though Lion was probably just blinking. And that was always cool. We got more Steven and Lion, and then this episode made my friend cry like 5 times. Like, she watched it 5 times and still cries, I'm pretty sure. We had the, we also had the flag in the background and the sword and the Mr. Universe t-shirt, which shows a lot of forethought, just putting that out there. We got the videotape, which showed Rose full, which was the first time we saw Rose speak, first time we saw her full body, and it was like, Steven, I won't be able to be here with you here. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's like explained what happened to Rose. I might be wrong, but again, I still wasn't that big of a fan yet. It's once we got to Steam Bomb that I really got into it. And it was really awesome seeing the star effect when she pushes it, and we saw Greg get his sunburn, which apparently hasn't gone away. I don't understand that necessarily, but what else? We saw the relationship between Rose and Greg, which after seeing We Need to Talk really shows how far they've gotten in that time. And it was just really awesome seeing Rose and seeing Lion and Sadie with her mom and the lunches. That was always cute. Alright, on to number 4, which is Keystone Motel. Ruby, calm down. Sapphire's just like literally nothing. Got her Cyclops, just one eye, like that. So this episode, you obviously know this since you're watching, but it was just really cool seeing Garnet split up, and honestly, I think it works even better them not getting together than it would have if it were like in Too Many Birthdays. No, if it were just like Steven's birthday episode, because while that would be cool seeing Ruby and Sapphire, it would just be like them sticking close together and just waiting down the clock, talking with and honestly, I don't think it would be that interesting of an episode besides seeing Ruby and Sapphire. But this was actually a very interesting episode that showed, yes, couples do get in fights, and just how serious Cry for Help was for them, how big of an issue and how torn up it got them, and how and it really showed how serious what Pearl did was. Even though before we were like, oh yeah, that's a jerk thing to do, we get to understand the depth of it for them, And we also see more of their personality, more of their relationship, how even the best couples get into fights but find a way to get through it. And honestly, this had another really good line, really feels line. I don't know, I'm always a slut for suffering. It had, after Steven had stormed out, and Ruby and Sapphire came after him like, Steven, what's wrong? Poor guy. He was just like, home's been awful. The people have been awful. I was really looking forward to Garnet coming with me. I thought it would finally be an escape, but it all just came with me. Is it me? And it's like, oh no, baby, you're the only non-problematic one. Besides in like 1 or 2 episodes. Wait, and Nanafua, she is like perfect. But it was really awesome seeing Ruby and Sapphire more, seeing their fire and water powers. I don't know what those are. I mean, fire and ice powers. I don't know what those would be called. Pyrokinesis and ice kinesis, I suppose. I don't know. What else can I say? We saw more with Steven and Greg, and one of the funniest things is not even the line, but it was like, Square Pizza, what's wrong with this crazy state? It's just funny because I always think of Joyride, where it's like, yo, Steven, wanna hang out at the park and make fun of some squares? And Steven's like, oh, I like all basic shapes. And it's like, bull crap, man, you're just talking about how Square Pizza is the worst pizza. Such prejudice, many wow. But that's always funny. Talked about the washers hurting his fur, and it was really cool. And Greg can be so dull sometimes, but I love him. He's like, it's like, I wouldn't say you're my favorite dad. Wait, what? Oh. So that was cool. And they made progress with the whole sardonyx thing, and Garnet and Pearl starting to talk to each other. But yeah. So that brings us to the top 3. Number 3, On the Run. I really wish I could have gotten the sad picture, but I couldn't get the correct size. Alright, so On the Run. Starts out, one second, sorry. How does On the Run start? 1 second. I'd like to say it starts, them looking, they're looking for more of the droids, and, Pearl's talking about, like, the kindergarten a bit. Like, she's talking about how Gems had tried to hollow out the Earth, lightly, not much, but you see Amethyst getting, like, really disturbed by it, and you're like, wait, what's wrong? So, it was really cool. I say really cool. Let me continue. So Steven's like, you know what? I want to run away. So so Amethyst runs away, and at first it's just a lighthearted little episode where they're having fun, hitchhiking, all this stuff. Steven gets mauled by a raccoon, which was really funny, especially just the raccoon's face. It was just like, so I like that. That was always cool. 1 sec. Sorry, just checking something. What else? But then when the song gets there, and it's like, and it gets to Amethyst's part, and it's like, I don't care about what all the others say. Well, I guess continue, and you're like, what do you mean you don't have a home? And when you get to the kindergarten, you're like, what in the world is wrong with this place? And when Pearl finally gets there, it's like, oh no, this is a problem. You get one of those faces from Amethyst that reminds me of Attack on Titan, just like, so that was like nightmarish. And we get yet another suffering line. Wow, I just can't get enough of that. I didn't ask to be like this. I didn't ask to be made, and I'm not gonna let you stand there and remind me of everything I hate about myself. So overall, it was just really feels, and gave a lot of background too. And yeah, I really liked it. And we're on number 2, Jailbreak / The Return. Now, any respectable top 10 has to have this on the list. And it's obvious why. Not only do we get the homeworld Gems invading. Oh, construction outside. Not only do we get the homeworld Gems invading, Garnet getting wrecked, Steven's shield, I'm a Crystal Gem 2. I mean, that's only in part 1. But part 2 brings in Ruby and Sapphire. It gets Steven being able to get through gem weapons and stuff. a malachite, lapis. Wait, we already had lapis. And it has all this awesome stuff. It's so great, so epic. Has one of the best songs, probably my number 2, and it's just so good, so good. It was cool seeing Jasper and Peridot. Peridot just like headbanging to get out. That was funny. And it just provided a decent amount of backstory. Heck, it provided quite a bit of backstory. It was like Greg talking about how they were aliens and all this kind of stuff. It was just a very, very deep episode that had really good action, really good music, and one of the cutest ships. My favorite is still Stevani, but you know, that was still. It was just a really A+ episode, and was my favorite for quite a while. Until, drumroll please. 1 sec, I have to use one hand to. Bam! Sworn to the Sword. What other episode could it be? I know, probably Jailbreak for most people. But Sworn to the Sword was just so good in my opinion. It had 2 songs, both of that, one being really cute, the other starting off cute, and becoming Pearl Calm Down. But it was just so good because not only did we get like Stevani, but we also got a new intro. Again, the 2 new songs, Pearl saying oodles, Connie learning how to sword fight, Steven being able to summon his shield easily now. Just so much awesome stuff wrapped into this episode. And honestly, my favorite part, one of them, was when Connie was learning, and it's like Connie starts to sing the reprise of what Pearl had just said, keep your eyes on me. And it's like, keep my stance wide, keep my body lowered as I'm moving forward. And this is where it gets real. Concentrate. Don't you want to live? And it's like, holy crap, Pearl. What's going on here? And then it talks about how, then it further explores Pearl's relationship with Rose. Lots of salty and thirsty Pearl in this episode. We had some beautiful backgrounds. We saw more Diamond Authority, like with Pink Diamond torn off. Just saying, Rose Quartz's Pink Diamond. Throw up in my mouth. Sorry about that. We got a lot of really awesome stuff. I've heard that what she wore during training was like a traditional Indian training thing, but let's face it, that's Gohan. That is Gohan. And one of my favorite songs, not only for its words, but also the music in it, and it was just so great. And we got yet another awesome line. Oh, dang. We got, why won't you let me do this for you, Rose? Wait, no, I did not do that correctly. You shouldn't even be near the battle. You're too important. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No! Why won't you let me do this for you, Rose? Which is the closest this show has gotten me to crying. Not even gonna pretend. I have come so close to crying during that episode. It was ridiculous. Gosh, such a good episode. We also got some more, as I said, Stevani, with them fighting side by side, and Jam Buds, and Jam Session, which was pretty great. We got, that one moment where they're trying to convince Pearl to teach Connie, and she's like, I want to be there for Steven, I want to fight by his side, and Pearl's really cute face, and that was really awesome. Spawned one of the best YouTube videos I've ever seen, Just Do It For Him. Put a link in the description for that. And yeah. Anything else to say? I don't believe so. Just remember, if there are any episodes I left out that you like, I know I had to leave some out. This list would probably be different if I did it again. But overall I think I did pretty well with my list, and honestly the only ones I can think that I left out were like Friendship and a few others, and most of them are Steven Bomb. So, thank you all for tuning in, and as always, oh wait, no, I gotta do this right. Thank you all for tuning in, and as always, goodbye, and stay legendaries. Frick. Rock on. See you later.